What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are returning and for those of you that are new here, girl, welcome. I am so glad you stopped by. So today we are moving right along with our vlogmas. Today we are going to do a video on a Sunday reset to make for a more calm, less chaotic week. And y'all, it only takes 5 minutes. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. And just so we are clear, this disclaimer, this is not a whole like full revamp video where you're rebranding your life and restructuring everything. No, I do not want to scare you away, sis. This is for a Sunday reset. Resetting on Sundays to make for a less chaotic, a less rushed, a more calmer week. We are not rebranding ourselves just yet. Not in this video. We're going to get there, but it's just not this video. Okay? So now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. All right, y'all, and why Sundays matter? Sundays matter because they set the tone for your week. This is a fresh start of you going into a new week of opportunities, a new week of learning, a new week of everything. So you want to go into your weeks feeling refreshed. Set the tone, like make it count. So don't, if you enter the week in chaos, it's going to end in chaos. It just makes sense. Step one is to pause and breathe, and this step is about a minute. So you find a nice quiet space where you can, not have any interruptions for 5 minutes and pause and breathe. It sounds so simple, but it is literally like grounding yourself, making yourself feel more calm. Ask yourself what you want this week to look like. Put stuff in perspective for a full minute. Like a full minute sounds short, but when you just sit and breathe and like meditate for a full minute, it's some time. Like it's a nice little, literally a nice little minute. But yes, this is what you want to do to set the tone. Like ground yourself, gather your thoughts, and get ready to be intentional with what you want this week to look like. This is where you are pretty much aligning yourself with your purpose. Get ready to, pour into your purpose for the week. This is that step. Only 1 minute. You got a minute. I promise you do. You have 5. All right, step 2 on our 5-minute Sunday reset is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world is a brain dump, y'all. You never know how much stuff you have on your mind or how much clutter you are holding in your mind or your brain until you have to write it on paper. Like this was a game changer for me. I end my workday and start my workday with a brain dump. And on my Sundays with my brain dump, it's so important to like really and put emphasis on the word dump. So when we say dump, a brain dump, no structure here. This is whatever is on your mind. For me, when I do my brain dumps on Sundays, I think about what I have to get done for the week and anything that I'm worried about for the week. So like I said, again, it does not have to have any structure, but when I think about my brain dump, those are the things that I definitely want to write down on paper that I know I have to get done for the week. For me, I'm a planner anyways, so I have a planner, a daily planner that I write stuff down week to week, day to day, and whatnot. And I also have like my separate budget planner. So if I know there are some bills that I got to do for the week that I do not have automated, I make sure I make note of that or anything like that. This is your time to plan for the week. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. If you require more, take more. But we are, structuring this around 5 minutes because literally most of the time, that's all it takes. Brain dump. Pour out whatever you have in your brain on that paper and then just read it off. Like keep it close during the week so you can kind of mark that stuff off. Game changer, y'all. Brain dump is a game changer. It helps with my anxiety for one. As long as it's not on my mind, I got it on paper, I know it's gonna get done. I know I haven't forgotten it because it's on paper. So try to brain dump. 2 minutes. That is our second step. 2 minutes of a brain dump. Try it. Step 3 on our 5-minute reset for Sunday is to make one thing on that list from our brain dump priority. So pick one thing on that list that you feel like you must get done this week and highlight it. it has to have some sense of urgency, like, you know, once I get this done, that'll be so much stress or whatever off of my plate if I have this done by the end of this week. So not everything has to get done on that brain dump this week. Like, a lot of stuff can carry over, but those priority things, like especially that one high priority thing, make sure that it gets done. This other stuff, don't put too much pressure on yourself to get it done unless you absolutely have to meet deadlines or something during the week. And with that, like, you kind of got to plan around, like, you know, make that time to get this stuff done so you don't have to keep carrying stuff and, you know, letting stuff overflow into the next week, because that does add just more stress to your plate and makes things more chaotic. That's what we're trying to avoid. So prioritize what you need to get done during the week that is so important and what will take the most stress off of your plate. And then ask yourself, what is something that is, you know, important, but it can kind of sit on the back burner for like 2 weeks. Get it done in 1 week. It's a process, but it's a learning thing. And if you're consistently doing like this 5-minute Sunday reset, I'm telling you, the results will come. You will see how much calmer and easier your weeks are and more structured. This creates routine. This creates boundaries. This creates, you know, urgency for priority type stuff. This just makes you a more like put together and determined and disciplined person. So prioritize one thing. The other stuff, you know, kind of tier it. See what matters the most that you have to get done by the end of the week. All right, y'all, last step is prep. And what we mean by prep is we preparing ourselves for whatever we need to get accomplished by the end of the week. So let's revert back to our brain dump and what we did prioritize on that brain dump, or highlighted that we needed to prioritize for the week to get done. So let's do an example. Like, say for instance, you got like a dental bill due on the 16th. Today's the 14th. Dental bills due on the 16th. Since a dental bill or something like that is not one of your usual bills that's like automated, you need to set you a reminder to make sure you don't forget to pay this bill. So set you a reminder on your phone, do a sticky note on the fridge or something like that that's going to remind you, hey, don't forget to pay this bill. So you can make sure you cross that off your list and, you know, have your priority done. Something so simple, but yet it just takes a little bit of stress off of you so that you don't have to think about or forget to pay that bill, because you already got that reminder and you can just go ahead and do it when your alarm goes off. All right, y'all, that is it for our 5-minute Sunday reset. And like I told y'all, it's a game changer. Just try stuff. Like, I've learned from a lot of different influencers and YouTubers and creators and whatnot, just trying some of this stuff. And you have to actually give it time to work, and you have to put in the work. Like, don't just think the results are just gonna come because you tried it. Like, put in some work with this stuff. Like, actually put forth effort to be progressive with it. Like, such a game changer. Like, mindset is everything, but also effort. Like, you gotta put some footwork in. But I will say, doing that brain dump, and then just in general taking that 5 minutes on Sundays to just gather yourself, get ready for the week, can really set you up for a successful week. And even if you have the time during the week too, I know weeks can be really, really busy. I know for me, I'm a mom, I'm a toddler mom. If you know, you know, we check on us. We ain't okay. Things can get just really busy, and you kind of like, stuff can slip your mind. So try to take that time. Like, that brain dump is a game changer. Anything that's on your mind, it has to have no structure whatsoever. Like, just jot it down, like, and come back to it as many times as you need to. And like I said, if it has to carry over to next week, fine, but make sure you prioritize what needs to be done this week, so you just do not get behind on stuff that's actually extremely important. But yes, that is my 5-minute reset routine for Sundays. And y'all, try it. Let me know how y'all work out with it. Like, it's tried and true for me. Tried and true. And I appreciate y'all sticking around for the video today. It's a little different from my little fashion videos the past few days, but I figured, since we are going into the holidays, let's just do a sit down with something that could help you, like, you know, not feel as much stress. So I hope this helped, and thank you for showing up. And for those of you that are new, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next go round.